What's up, everybody? What's up, man? I know everybody getting the notifications right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead, come on in. If you are on if you're on Facebook right now, please, here we go. If you are on Facebook right now, please tell me, go ahead and type your name in the comments, because on Facebook I can't really see the actual person that's on, like I can see on Instagram right now. So I appreciate y'all jumping in on Instagram as well. Appreciate y'all, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed day, doing amazing. As this year continues to wind down, the fact that we alive, the fact that you even on this live with me, man, it's definitely I appreciate it. It's definitely a blessing, man, to be here, man. So so as people roll in, man, we'll go ahead and get it started in just a second. So definitely appreciate y'all getting on. So like I say, those on Facebook that are watching, please go ahead and type your name in the chat and let me know who's in the house, man. Who on the live with me today, man, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, man. What up, everybody, man? It's your boy JK, man. Today is Thursday, so you already know what it is, man. It's Tackle Thursday, live with JK, man, on IG Live, on Facebook Live, man. And man, I'm glad to be here, see another Thursday, to be able to jump on live, man. Today, I'm tackling the topic: success is here, not there. Right? So if you joining me on Facebook, please write your name in the chat or type a comment in the chat so I can know who on Facebook, man. So like I said, man, I'm tackling the topic. We tackling the topic. Success is here, not there, right? And the first thing, I don't know if you've seen the video I posted earlier or what, but the first thing that I want to say to everybody that's watching this live right now that will see this on replay, man, I want to let you know you are a success. You're successful. Right? There are areas in your life where you are a success, right? But the thing is, you may not feel like it. So many times we go through life, we wake up in the morning and we go through life and we don't feel like a success. And I wanted to tell you, and I want you to know you are a success, right? Because the thing is like, who can tell you that you're not a success? Who really has the power to tell you, hey, like, you're not a success? You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about life in general, there's no universal measuring stick to where you can measure a person's life in a sense, or measure where somebody currently sits at in different areas of your life and say that you're a failure or you're a success, right? It's not like school. So as an educator, I can tell my scholar if they're a success or if they're not being successful academically based on their grades. Why? Because if you don't have that at least a 93, that's not an A. You haven't gotten an A because there's a universal rubric or there's a universal grade book or grade scale that says an A is a 93. But in life, there is no universal grading scale. You know what I'm saying? Like we in life, we all have different checkpoints. We all will be at different places in our lives at different times. And the thing is, you have to know that you're a success. You can't let someone else's path that you might be comparing yourself to make you think that you're a failure. You can't look at somebody else's path and because you might be ahead of them and think that you're a success, right? You got to understand, you got to establish what your goals are, what's your measuring stick, and go by that. You know what I'm saying? You can't let the world, you can't let society, you can't let other people decide or determine if you truly see yourself as a success or you truly see yourself as a failure, right? You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So who said that you had to be married by 25? Like who said that? Like where is that universally in the world that says you got to be married by 25? Who said that to be successful, hey, you married now, you should have kids in the first year. Like, who said that? Who said that? You get what I'm saying? As women, who said that to be successful or be considered a success as a woman, you got to have kids? Who said that? Where is that written? That's not a universal rule. But a lot of times society, and even if you look back in the Bible, you look in certain cultures, if you don't have kids, you could be frowned upon, right? And I know y'all probably know my journey, me and my wife's journey, man, the battle, as we battle infertility, not knowing if we were going to be able to have kids. And the thing about that is that Brittany's value to me never changed. It never wavered if we could have kids or not. I never respected her any less or more whether we had kids or not. Like, I loved her. She was dope and amazing without kids. She was a success, and she is a success even before we had kids. And so then God blessed us to have kids, it wasn't like I was like, oh, you're successful now. Or you're like, no, it was a blessing. We enjoyed it. But even without that, she was amazing. She was successful as a woman, right? And even as you know what I'm saying, as just people in general, we feel like, man, success is a certain amount of money, right? And if you don't make X, Y, Z, then you're not a success. And so many of us are waking up every day, going to a job, feeling like failures. Why? Because we don't make a certain amount of money. Maybe we don't make six figures because we have let the world and society say, if you don't make six figures, you're a failure. Like, who said that though? And what if you making six figures might not be right now? Maybe it'll be down the road. So even though it might not be right now, does it make you a failure? All right. So what I just really want you to know is that you are a success, right? And like I said, the pain I believe that comes to us as human beings, man, is when we go through life and we we go through life and we feel like failures, right? And the reason why we feel like failures is because we look at our current situation and we feel like, man, where I am is not good enough, right? And we look at a destination, somewhere else, somewhere we want to go, and we say like, hey, if I can get there, then I'll be successful, right? If I can get there, then I'll be considered a success, right? That's how a lot of us think. That's how a lot of us, we believe, we perceive that about ourselves, that, hey, you know what? I make X amount of money right now, but if I could get to 80,000 or I could get to that number, then I'll be successful, right? Some of us are single. And you like, man, life is good. I made good money. I got my own crib. I got a nice job. The whole nine. But you like, man, I'll be a success once I get in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? And then some of us are we're in a relationship and you're married. You and your spouse, y'all got a dope marriage, amazing marriage. But you still feel like a failure because you haven't had kids yet. And you're like, man, we'll be a successful couple when we have kids. And so when we think like that, when we think that success is over there, then we walk around in life with so much pain and frustration and disappointment because we always feel like we're not successful. Why? Because we don't feel like success is right here. We feel like success is always over there. It's always out of reach, right? But I'm here to tell you that that's not the truth. That's not the case. Because like I said, you are a success. And the reason why I say that you are a success is because success is not over there. Success is right here. Success is right where you are right now. And the reason why I say that, right? So let's take, for instance, we talk about money. So don't get it wrong. Like, keep it a buck. We all want to make more money, right? So the thing is, many times we think that we're a failure financially because the amount of money we're trying to get to that we think will define us as a success is over there. We don't make that money, right? And so you're like, you keep looking at the amount you make and you're disappointed and you frustrated, like, man, I'm a failure because I don't make da-da-da. But then just last year, you made $10,000 less. So maybe last year you made $50,000. This year you making $60,000, but you really want to make $80,000, right? And so even though you haven't made it to $80,000, you're still a success because you're making $60,000, which is more than the $50,000 that you used to make. So you used to make $50,000, but you have progressed and increased $10,000 more. So now you make $60,000, which classifies you as a success. You made progress. You went from 50 to 60. So right where you sit at right now, you should wake up and say, yeah, I'm a success, dog. Like last year I made this. This year I'm making this. No, I don't make what I want to make. I absolutely want to make, right? But where I am right now is better than where I once was. So I'm a success. I made progress. You get what I'm saying? So same thing, you know what I'm saying, when we looking at, if we look at relationships, man. Like, hey, you might have just been single and now you married. But you feel like you're a failure because y'all haven't had kids yet, right? But you got to look and say, man, there once was a time when I didn't have anybody. There's once was a time when I was just looking for, fellas, you were just looking for a girl to date you, or ladies, you were just looking for a guy to date you, and you didn't have nobody, and now you got somebody, but you still feeling like a failure. Why? Because you like, man, if we could just do that, then we'll be a successful couple. And I'm here to tell you that right where you sit at right now, as newlyweds, maybe with no kids or dating, or you know what I'm saying, where you sit at right now, you're better, right? You have made progress in your life, right? Because now you have somebody. Now you're in a relationship. Now you married, when just a year ago or 2 years ago, you were single. You didn't have nobody. So you actually made progress. You're actually a success, right? And I could truly speak to this, man. What up, man? Appreciate you getting on, right? I could speak to this, right? Because, and I shared it in my video. I talked about my football career, man. And I talked about how for a good amount of time, even while I was playing, I thought my professional football career was a what up, babe? Appreciate you getting on. I thought at one point in time, man, for a good amount of time, I thought my professional football career was a failure because I had never made it to the NFL, right? So it didn't matter how much success I had in the arena. I always would measure it up to the NFL, right? So like even when we won my first Arena Bowl, we was in Orlando, we won, right? And I remember like, man, God, I'm happy, but man, why this can't be a Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, why this can't be a Super Bowl? Or right? And I remember watching the Super Bowl and they were talking about a player like, I think the Super Bowl might have been in Jacksonville or whatnot, or in Miami. I think it's got to be like in Jacksonville or something, right? And they was like, man, this kid was able to come home. And I think they were talking, I watched something talking about Warren Sapp and how he was able to play a Super Bowl in his hometown and the whole nine. And I was like, man, God, why couldn't that happen to me? And God tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, hold on, bro. Like, that did happen to you, bro. Like, you played professional football. You made it to Arena Bowl. The Arena Bowl was in your home state. Your family got to come up there. You balled and y'all won. And I had to realize, like, yo, like, I'm looking at my career. I'm looking at my success that I'm having as a failure. Why? Because I'm thinking that success is over there. I'm thinking that success is in the NFL. That the only way that I truly be a success, or only way my football career will be deemed a success, is if I make it to the NFL, is if I get over there. And yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it would have been amazing to play in the NFL. It would have been awesome to have that opportunity. But whether I played in the NFL or I didn't play in the NFL didn't take away from my ability to play the game of football. Whether I played in the NFL or didn't play in the NFL didn't take away from my accomplishments or the success that I experienced. And so once I took that, God blessed me to take that label or that measuring stick as the NFL as being true success, I was able to truly appreciate where I was in arena football, winning championships, getting, individual accolades, but just playing pro ball. And being able to enjoy the experiences. So when I look back and I talk to people, I'm like, yo, like, I'm full of my football career. Like I was talking to on my dog Anti's show the other day, And I told him, I don't feel like I have closure with my career, my football career. I mean, that's to be honest, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I was going back another year, but the league folded. So it was like my career I was only 26. I felt like Barry Sanders. I felt like I left in my prime. You feel me? But it got like snatched. I feel like it got snatched right from under me. What up, bro? What up, Jermaine? Appreciate you getting on, bro. Like, I feel like it just got snatched from right under me. And, so I don't have closure with my football career, right? But though I don't have closure, and though I never made it to the NFL, I gotta understand that success is right here. Success is the career that I had, the career that I was able to experience, right? And so many times, man, we are disappointed when we don't get to a certain place. And that's normal. But you can't say you're a failure just because you don't get there. You get what I'm saying? Okay, Melvin, you said son, and I seen him out there playing too, man, because Arizona, when it started playing in the league with Cedar Rapids, I actually seen them play against them, watching it on the computer. All right, so my son played 2 years with Cedar Rapids, and this past year with San Diego Strike, and we'll be playing in Sioux Falls this upcoming year. Definitely, man. Tell them to keep balling too, man. I know they one of the powerhouses too. I know they won it like so many years in a row, Sioux Falls, and then when Arizona got in, they ended up knocking them off one time, but then I think Sioux Falls came back the next year, man. But tell them, definitely, man. It's I think sometimes, ideally we do have an end goal where we want to get to, but we got to understand that a destination doesn't classify us or decide or determine if we're a failure or not. You get what I'm saying? Like think about, what up, Trey? Think about like the people in the NBA, right? Think about like I watch Undisputed every day. I watch First Take, right? So think about how we talk about the NBA players, right? It's a lot of players in the NBA that's not LeBron, right? And that have not had LeBron's success, right? But are they failures? Like, if you in the NBA right now averaging 2 points, are you really a failure? Are you? Bro, you made it to the NBA. You probably making millions of dollars. So you just created generational wealth for your family. Yeah, you averaging 4 points and 2.5 rebounds and 0.5 assists, right? Which is, compared to LeBron or compared to Curry or compared to maybe a superstar, that may be failure. But you can't compare yourself to them. You only can compare yourself to you and the goals and your skill set. So if you in the NBA and you able to take care of your family, you able to create generational wealth, you don't have to worry. Your family, your kids don't have to worry about nothing. As soon as you got money set aside. No matter how many points you make, you still a success, right? But it's many people that make millions of dollars and they walk away feeling like failures. Why? Because they feel like, man, I didn't get that championship. I didn't make all pro. I didn't make all. And yes, that is disappointing, but that doesn't decide or determine if you're a failure or not. You get what I'm saying? So we can't let outside or exterior factors determine if we're a success or we're a failure, man. Like, success is not over there. Success is right here, right where you are. You know what I'm saying? Yes, follow your dreams is all that matters. Definitely, man. Like that. I mean, I tell my kids, man, I say, man, you know what I'm saying? Reach for the moon. If you don't land on the moon, you'll land on some stars. And I tell them, I say, hey, the NFL was my moon. You know what I'm saying? But I landed on some stars. I landed on the AFL. Still was blessed to play on TV. Still, you know what I'm saying, was blessed to, had my jersey in the store. So it was like, hey, I got to experience all of that. It maybe wasn't on the level that I wanted to be on, but I heard TD Jakes say something before. He was like, man, all you can do is be great on your level. Like, think about this, like, as a pastor, right? Everybody is not the TD Jakes. TD Jakes like the Michael Jordan, or Bishop Walker like the Michael Jordan of preaching, right? So everybody is not them, but that doesn't mean that your word, your platform is not as valuable. That doesn't mean that just because they have more people come to their congregation or log in or watch their services, just because they might have more doesn't mean that you're invaluable. It doesn't mean that you're not a success. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what is so important, man, that we got to be our own measuring sticks. We got to say, okay, like we got to set the bar for us and not try to compare our bar to somebody else's bar or our level to somebody else's level, because that's their level. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's their level. So definitely, man, like I say, success is here, not there. It's right here, man. You are successful, man. If we truly look at our lives, like we truly take a close peek at our lives, we might not be where we want to be, right? But that doesn't make us a failure. That just means, okay, I got room to grow. But if you really look back at your life, you look at how much money you made. You look at, man, dang, I'm married, or man, I got kids, I'm blessed, or I got a job, I got promoted. Yeah, it might not be into the salary that you would have desired, but it's more than what you once were making. So that's success, right? That's success. All right, so definitely, man, I definitely want to open it up too, man, for you know what I'm saying, the Telumkellum segment as well, man. Anybody that what up, Walt? Root to the good, bros, bro. Appreciate you getting on, man. I definitely want to open it up, man, to anybody, with comments, questions. Like I said, man, we tackling this topic. Success is here, not there. Basically just saying that, so many times we say to ourselves, if I can make this amount of money, then I'll be successful. If I could get my business to get this amount of sales, then I'll be successful. Or if I could get that job, then I'll be successful. Not realizing, appreciate it, dog, not realizing that you're already a success. Yes, we could be more successful, and that's what we should be doing, right? Like I said before, I said our life should be a run-on sentence, right, of wins and accomplishments, right? So once you get to one level, you should say, okay, I'm trying to get to the next. I'm trying to get to the next. As long as we're alive, it's still more for us to accomplish. So it's not saying that, hey, you get to a point and you're good. But it is saying get to that point, celebrate, recognize, acknowledge, cherish, appreciate the successes that you have on that level, right? And don't depreciate or don't be not thankful for where you are because you want to get to another location. You know what I'm saying? Cherish where you are, appreciate where you are, and then as God continue to bless you to prosper and grow and elevate, then you'll get to that next level. All right, so definitely, man, want to open up any questions, comments, and the questions, they don't have to just be tailored to the topic that we're talking about, man. It could be about me, it could be about sports, a video you might have seen me post. It really don't matter, man. So, any question, this is the Telumkellum segment, basically opening up for any question that you might have for me. You might, see me posting different things and might want to know why I post or whatever the case may be. Or if you want to comment, on the topic, right? Success is here, not there. And, and what that looks like. So, definitely wanted to open that up for everybody, man. If you would like to share or comment, man, I appreciate y'all getting on, man. A lot of good people, that I grew up with or I know. Got you, right? You can touch people's lives regardless what league you play in, definitely. And I think that's why, that what TD Jake said, man, when he said that you got to be great on your level. I truly believe that because I seen that in the NFL where I seen that playing in the AFL, right? I thought that I was kind of insignificant in a sense, because I trained with people that played in the league or that's still playing in the league. I grew up with I had teammates that's playing in the league right now. So you kind of, when you measure yourself against people like that and y'all play in the same sport and you don't make it where they make it, you kind of feel insignificant. But then I think that influence, you could take your influence anywhere or you could use your platform. So playing in an arena league and seeing the influence that me and my teammates had out there and the people that would run up to us and, hey, can I get a picture? Can I get an autograph? Or, being a blessing, man, I was able to bless a family with tickets. And, me, I'm like, okay, I'm just blessing y'all with tickets. But I don't know, I got a message a year ago. and from one of the from the parent that I was able to bless with tickets, and how much it meant to her and her daughter, or just other fans, just people I still keep in contact with right now that was in elementary school when I started playing. Now they're in high school, about to get a college, got a college offer. So just understanding, like, man, even though I didn't play in the league, you wouldn't know the difference. Like, I brought my mom and dad out there, man. They came out there, and we was just at the Suns game, and we was just walking, going to the concession stand, and the kid and his dad ran up to me. Can I get a picture? I'm like, y'all know who I am? Like, I don't have no uniform. But it was just like, man, it was like, dang, they don't see, to them, they like, bruh, you are our NFL, or you are somebody we look up to. So I think sometimes we don't, rightfully so, you know what I'm saying, that we don't look at ourselves in a higher light, right? Because the Bible tells us don't think more of yourself than you ought to. So you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like the humility with dignity, humbleness with pride, right? So we kind of, you know what I'm saying, should think a little lower of ourselves, but still be confident. And so they think, you know what I'm saying, they looking at us as like, man, you're influencing me, you're impacting me. And, you know, I had to learn and I had to grow and realize that, though I can't minimize where I am just because I want to be in the NFL. I can't, not appreciate where I am just because I want to be somewhere else. And for so long, like my first year in New Orleans, I really didn't appreciate being there. I was trying to go. My whole mindset was like, man, I'm going to the league. I'm out of here. But then it was like, once I was like in my third year in the arena, it was like, you know what? This is where God has me. I'm going to appreciate where I am, and I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'm going to make the most of it, and I'm going to use this platform. And I was able to do that, going around speaking, going around pouring into people's lives, being able to go to, YMCAs, colleges, different things like that, really being able to spread God's word, be able to glorify God, be able to impact, make a rich and life-enhancing impact in those people's lives, man. So definitely, no matter what sport you play, no matter what level you're on, you definitely could make an impact, man, in people's lives, man. Let me see some other word. The Lord will lead you to where you need to be. Trust at the process and keep them. Definitely, man. He will definitely lead you, man. Definitely lead you. Let me look at my... I'm going to come back to my Instagram right quick. I got Facebook. Trey, you already know, bro. I'm at Antioch right now, but we could chop it up, though, bro. Hey, and definitely, bro, I haven't forgot you on the board, dog. We got you, man. Wifey, we was like, hey, we got to get that done. We going to get that done, bro. So I ain't forget about you either, man. Definitely, man. Jock, what up, bro? What up, cuz? Appreciate you getting on. Right? We have to embrace our levels, right? We got to embrace our levels. We got to. Because, if we don't appreciate where we are, how do we expect God to elevate us and take us to somewhere higher if we don't appreciate where we are, right? If we despise humble beginnings, even not just humble beginnings, but if we despise the level, because, where we are, could be a very big deal, you know what I'm saying? And so you can't just despise it and think that, okay, I could trust you with more, you know what I'm saying? You got to appreciate it, value it, and truly, maximize where you are, Then I got you, Walt. You said the key is knowing how to parlay your success. That is so real, bro. Like I tell kids, man, when you are playing, that's the most popping you gonna be. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, that's the hottest you gonna be. And I was even listening to Master P talk about this. He was just saying, as an artist, you only gonna pop for 3 to 5 years. He was not saying you can't make music after that. He was just you only gonna pop 3 to 5 years. And so he was when you pop, and you gotta maximize that and then turn that into more revenue. So whether you say, okay, I'm gonna start this clothing line, I'm gonna go into this endeavor, I'm gonna do this, but that's what you gotta use. And to your point, bro, as an athlete, even when you in college, I remember just going out different places, getting to know people. Even when I played Arizona, I was blessed to host a radio show out there. Anytime I got to go on TV, I was trying to go because I knew, hey, it's gonna be easier for you to accept what I'm offering if I got professional athlete behind my name. But once I retire, it might be a little different because I'm not in the, spotlight per se, right? And so that's why I think, man, you see a lot of these athletes, like Brandon Marshall, perfect example. While he was playing, he kept doing TV, kept doing TV, kept doing TV. Now he's not playing. All he did was just segue right into TV. Got the podcast, I Am Athlete, which is so dope. All them boys on there dope. But he used his platform. But so many times we think that, man, I'm going to be playing forever. And once I'm done playing, that is when I'm going to start to dabble in other things off the field. And I remember this dude told me, man, when I was my first year when I played in the United Football League, UFL, we came out after practice. I was like, oh, man, this is all we got to do, play football, no school, no nothing. I was only 22. I was a rookie, straight out of college. He was like, yeah, bro, it's amazing. He had played for the Lions. He was like, mid-30s. He was like, yeah, bro, it's nice, but this is one thing I want you to remember. He said, while you're playing, think about what you want to do when you're done playing. And I never forgot that. And so all the while I was playing, I was like, yo, like, hey, I was just trying to plant seeds. Even like, and I kind of shared it a little bit, like the opportunity I got to be able to do the ESPN game, call the ESPN game, be a play-by-play analyst this year for MTSU. While I was playing, every year in the offseason, I came, talked to MTSU, I talked to the AD, Coach Stark, the video people, all of them. I just kept going back, talking to them. Even though I knew I was going back to play, I just kept going back, planting seeds. Then 4 years after I retired, I get this phone call. Hey, Jeremy, like, hey, we got the MTSU games, we got 2 games on ESPN. Like, do you want to, you want to call? I'm like, of course, right? But I was coming to them while I was playing. I was planting seeds while I was playing, and then it allowed me to be able to transition. So definitely, bro, we definitely got to parlay your success, bro. Definitely, man. And especially in college, the colleges are using us. You know what I'm saying? The colleges are they using our likeness. We're on the field running. They getting the championship. They getting the exposure. They getting more people learning about their school. So why not utilize the college and utilize that platform to obviously get your degree. They paying for it for free. Get your degree, but then also be able to use it or parlay it or use it to your advantage as well, man. Appreciate that, dog. Appreciate it. Yes, planting seeds and not burning bridges. It's everything, man. My mama and dad, they told me that. It was like, Jeremy, like, never, you don't want to plant bridges. You don't want to burn bridges, man, because when you burn bridges, when you burn the bridges, you know what I'm saying, you might have to cross back over them at a point in time in your life. And when I look at it, I'm pretty sure y'all could attest to it too. Like, it has been bridges that you might have to walk back over or had to contact and be like, man, can you put a letter of recommendation in for me? Right? But if you would have burned those bridges, if you would have burned those connections, it would have been all is lost. Like, for instance, I'll give you this example. I got cut, right, my first year in the UFL for the United Football League, right? So they called me down like, hey, Jeremy, we want to talk to you. I'm like, oh, man, I'm about to get cut. So they was like, hey, Jeremy, man, it's a numbers game, we got to cut you. I was hot. I was mad. I thought I should have made the team. I was far hot mad, right? But I didn't show it to them, right? The dude that cut me. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I did ask him. I was like, man, I thought, I was good. I was second team on defense, He was like, man, just the business of it, blah, blah, blah. But, right? But how I took it was good in the sense of I didn't display my anger. I didn't snap. Like, I voiced my opinion and what I felt, but it was in a respectful way, right? So I went and played in arena. I played my first year in New Orleans. After my New Orleans season, guess who? I'm driving home from New Orleans, 13 hours all the way to the crib in my little Beamer. It was my Saturn. It was my Beamer. I called it my little Beamer, but it was my Saturn, right? My little Saturn. Drove it all the way to the crib. While I'm driving, I get a call from the UFL team that cut me a year before. They was like, man, Jeremy, you know what I'm saying? We made a mistake. Man, we seen how you played New Orleans. We want to bring you back. But if I would have had burned that bridge when they cut me, if I would have snapped on them, went off on them, cussed them out, whatever, right, talked bad to them, they would have never called me again. But because I handled it with dignity and respect, even though I was mad, even though I was frustrated, even though I did tell them how I felt in the sense I didn't think I deserved to be cut, but I did it in a respectful way to the point that they was willing to call me back. But if I would have burnt that bridge, I would have missed out on that opportunity. right? So sometimes, especially when we're dealing with employers or dealing with business, you know what I'm saying, people, business partners, sometimes we don't hear what we always want to hear, but we can't respond how we may want to respond, because one day you may need that person, or one day that same person that said no to you may be the same person that comes back and say, look, man, hey, I heard you got a kid that can ball. Like, I know I ain't sign you, but I want to sign your kid. You know what I'm saying? Or if you burn a bridge with a college coach, right? Because you thinking that this college coach is a GA. He might be a GA when you in college, but by the time your son in college, this man is a head coach at a D1 school. So now you trying to get your kid in college, but you can't get him in college because of how you treated the GA. You feel me? Like, shout out to my boy Larry Maples, man, at MT. When I was in college, man, he was a GA in the equipment room, right? And I tell kids this, I'm like respect everybody, equipment managers, trainers, GAs, treat them all the same with respect. Same way you treat the head coach, treat them, right? Larry, great dude, man. Anytime I seen him, what up, Larry? You know what I'm saying? Larry is the head equipment man, and I think he might be like associate AD at MT right now. So when I was in school, we was in school together. So he was a grad assistant. Now this man has worked his way up to being over the equipment and even like into with the athletics, right? So you can't look at where somebody is and say, just because you're there right now, I can treat you bad, because they might not always stay there. They may end up getting to a position where they could elevate you one day. All right, so just understand that, realize that. What up, cuz? Let me see what you say. You say the most dangerous man in the room is the man who is self-aware and can maintain self-control despite circumstances at hand. Amen. 100, cuz. Hey, that's 100 though, for real, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We just got to understand that, the rooms that we in, the areas that we in, and how we can respond, and how it's going to be received, and how it's going to be viewed, and how it's going to be looked at. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we got to display self-control, and we just got to understand, like, we got to think, I feel like we got to operate with the long game in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, like, from what my teammate told me, like, while you're playing, you got to think about what you want to do when you're done playing, while you're still playing. And so that's how I kind of like move. I always think about how where I am can translate in the future. So I'm like thinking about the long game. Like, even if I apply for a job, or I have a conversation with a person, that conversation at that time may just be a conversation. You feel me? But like me getting on ESPN, it started off with a conversation 4 years ago. Just a conversation. That was a seed, a conversation. And then that conversation, that seed that I planted, birthed into a tree. It birthed into a harvest, to where it was like, hey, Jeremy, here's your opportunity. Because of a conversation we had 4 years ago, 4 years later, here you go, bro. You get to call this game. You know what I'm saying? So definitely think about that with the long game in mind. What up, Jason, man? Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, man. Hey, appreciate you, man. Definitely, man. Feel free to, hey, for real. Shout out to Auntie Jennifer, man. Hey, y'all doing amazing, though. All y'all, man. I told Auntie, I was like, y'all, your kids, they are dream, like, chasers, for real. All y'all doing y'all thing, man. So shout out to y'all. But yeah, man, appreciate you, man. Loving the messages. Feel free to always share them. Whenever you get on live, man, y'all share the live out, man. Definitely just, wanting to definitely use my platform, or, the platform that we all have, you know what I'm saying? We just, but use it to make a difference, to make a life-enriching, life-enhancing impact in others. I appreciate you, Melvin, man. I'm striving, man. To God be the glory. Just really wanting to continue to be consistent, and don't take my, opportunity or platform for granted, and use it the way that blesses other people, man. So definitely, man, I appreciate it. I don't want to talk your ear off. If anybody else got any other comment, question, about, just what we were talking about, the topic for the day was, or is, success is here, not there. Understanding that, yes, we may want to get to a particular destination, but you are successful right where you are. Just got to look very closely at your life. You're doing better now than you were in the past, but you still could improve, right? We all can improve, right? Definitely, man. God will lead the way, man. I definitely believe that too, man. So he is leading the way. Matter of fact, man. So definitely, man, I appreciate it. With that being said, man, if nobody else got any more comments, any more questions, what I'm saying, I'll go ahead and close out, you feel me? But I appreciate y'all getting on, man. And so once again, man, today is Thursday. Y'all just was on, man, Taco Thursday with JK live, man. Today we tackled the topic, success is here, not there. Just realize and understand, sometimes we think that, if I made this amount of money, then I'd be successful. If I get to this job, then I'd be successful. Right. And we got to understand that success is not a destination. Success is right where you are right at this particular time. That if you truly look at your life right now, you're doing better now than you were before in different areas of your life. So that means you made progress. That means that classifies you as a success. So understand that, realize that, remember that. All right. And then wake up every single morning. Right. Make sure. All right. You've been intentional about winning. All right, and you winning on purpose, man. So y'all have a blessed day. Man, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a blessed weekend. And I'll see y'all next Thursday right back here. Taco Thursday with JK, man. Have a blessed day. Appreciate you, Jason.